Welcome back to Valley Boys TCGCK here, and we're continuing our store championship run with Alphamon. We're 1-1 at this point, and this is the final round, so it's basically winning in to bubble into the top 4. So we start off with a Rookie and Raising and a Cool Boy to pick up a level 4, so really good start for Alphamon here. But we do have a tough matchup in the Blue Flare. Blue Flare is one that's just, it is still such a good deck, and we see them hit that boost, and good sign there is that we get to see that they are going to bottom deck that Ice Wall, the 1 of Ice Wall, so that's a good sign for us. And he's got some options here. I would assume the Metal Gray is an easy pickup unless he already has 2 in hand, I guess. But yeah, he picks up the Decker and another Blazing, which is interesting. And so it puts us to 3. We just Evo and Raising. I guess we don't have anything we like. And then we set another Cool Boy to choke him back to 1. I think we're looking for the decks here, and we're not seeing what we want, so we just pick up another Darugamon, pass him turn, put him back to 1. He moves up. We see the Gaomon. We know he should be swinging the Gaomon, and hopefully dying to security so he gets to play something out. So there's the Gaomon, and Breath of the Gods, so that's an interesting, so that he doesn't die there. It doesn't do much for us. He pops the boost and then is able to drop his Kiri, so there we go. He's got the option down, and we just have to drop a Coda to get a search off. We see the decks there. I think that's what we want. It's going to really set things up next turn because we can move up, go into the level 4 decks, which will then tap 2 Cool Boys, giving us 5 memory at the start of next turn. And so we see he finally dies security, gets the Decker out to draw. Doesn't get much draw power off of it because there's nothing on our board here. And he's forced to just play another Blazing to try to look for his pieces. So although he's got more chip damage to us, we haven't raised at all. We've set up our board pretty nicely with Tamers. So we should be able to have a nice turn here as long as we have enough, or the correct cards in hand, I should say. So we see the Mailbird, I believe is what he's pulling. Yep, and that's already the was it the 3rd place that we've seen? So here we go into decks for free. First we trash 1 to gain 1, and then we tap 2 Cool Boys to gain 2. So actually we're going to be at 6 memory for this turn off of that. So a very nice setup. We go into the Doru Gray, get a search. We tuck under 1. We'll just tuck under a level 4. That gives it plus 1,000. Bottom deck the rest. Triggers our draw 1. And then we go into the decks here that we can trash something, which will then delete his level 4 from the board. So we're going up the stack very nicely right now. And the only down part is, oh no, we do have the correct, so we do have the 3-cost Alphamon, which will let us go ahead and tuck in. And so now we're looking really nice here. We can do some interesting. So we swing in for like 16k, something like that. Gets a restand, and to be on the safe side, I think here we, oh no, we just swing in. So then we just drop a Yuji to pass turn. So we're at a good spot. He's starting at 4 memory now thanks to his Tamers. But the problem is we're balanced out the security, so we're 3-3 here, but he can easily build up a board to stun us. He does have that Blazing there. He can go up to 6, which will let him do some pretty interesting things. We kept our board light so that we don't have 2 on board, but Blue Flare just has so many things they can do. So here we see the cross come down for him to go into the newer Metal Gray, which is interesting. But that'll allow him to strip some sources here. Still has 1 memory. He takes a check at security. He's safe. Pops the boost to go up to 3. And that'll let him do some things here, like going into the Gray. So he's in Z Greymon now. Hits security, hits a big boy in security, but he does have jamming. And honestly, that Madoki is going to be a big problem, but we should be able to pop it here. But we see him go into the... I think that's another Metal Greymon? So he's just going through his effects so that he can stun us. That could be the Decker Gray. Oh, correction, that's the Decker Greymon. Or the, okay, that's the Decker Gray. So he's going to lock us here. So we try to build again in Raising. We should have the Oryuken hand, unless we haven't seen it yet. It would come in handy here to pop something. It actually wouldn't. Oh, here we go for the search. That is unfortunate. Yeah, I think he was able to stun us out so that we couldn't do much here. So, looks like all we're going to be able to do. And this was a mistake on my part. I was thinking if I had the X Antibody to go into the Dexter-Rugamon, but I forgot it's not X Antibody in sources. It's if you evo over Daruga or evolve from Trash. For some reason, I was probably thinking like Beelzebub Online, where if you had the X Antibody sources or something weird like that. And then I realized, oh, that does absolutely nothing. It had to be evo from Trash. So we discuss it, and I'm like, yeah, it's not the effect. For some reason, I guess it had been a while since I played Alphamon, and I was completely wrong in my play there, and I realized that was a total mistake, and that's going to cost me the game right there. As either way, I have 2 on board, so he's going to be able to stun me and swing anyway. So we get the check, and that's GG for game 1. So on to game 2 now. So game 2, I want my opponent to go first. Usually when you're not feeling your pieces, you need to... I usually prefer to go second, just because it gives you that extra card draw, gives you some memory to start off with, so I can set up a little more. So here we get the rookie in Raising. He's got 2 rookies, 1 in Raising and 1 hard played, so he can actually do some interesting stuff next turn already. So we have to evo in Raising, and we get the black boost out to search, and we only see 3s and 4s. So we just pick up another level 3. We're probably gonna have to hard play that next turn to draw some cards. I don't think we're seeing what we want to see. So he's going to swing in, die, play something out, and get the effect off of the Draco. So lots of good value there. That effect of the Gao. Blue Flare is just one of those... It's such a good deck with a little bit of different personalities, right? And look, he's already presenting a Metal Greymon out here, so I'm not looking good. He's really hitting me with the aggro turn, and that's what's so interesting about Blue Flares. They can really out aggro you if you're not expecting it, or they can lay back and play the control way. So it has some fun ways to play it. One of those decks that I have sitting around, I've just never played it. It's probably outdated right now. I definitely need to update it and get into it again. So we pop the boost. Evo, get our cool boy effect off. So we're trying to build up here and get some stuff going. Really, we should be swinging here. Oh, that we get the good Dougray. Give us some extra pieces and protection here now. We're at 3, but I guess we're missing something. We seem to be stalling right here. Looks like we just draw 2. And I can see a Congo in hand. I think here we should go with the Congo to slow him down. we're missing something for the turn, I think the best bet here is to drop the Congo, and it looks like that's what I'm leaning towards. Congo and Alphamon are both in hand. Yep, we hit the Congo to put him to 2 and slow him down for the turn. Because he is, it's kind of scary right now. And this should freeze his whole board currently. He can still up that Metal Gray to something. So, yep, he goes into the Zeke Greymon there. And is able to swing. Hits a UG, so that's sort of a plus for us if we can get off in time. And then he drops the Madoki. The Madoki, such a good counter in this matchup. That Madoki is so clutch to really shut down Alphamon's plays. And things are kind of going downhill fast because he's presenting lethal. We have to do something to answer this board. And it's uncertain if we have anything to answer this board, honestly. That last turn we really should have swung with over something because we had retaliation in our stack. And so we just go into the Alphamon, which will let us add something and freeze 10 costs up. So we froze the Zeke Greymon this turn, but now he can just kind of rookie rush us down if he wants to. So we're trying to stall to survive, to try to do something, but I feel like it's already too little too late unless we have another Congo to slow him down. Maybe we can hit a Congo and then go into the Oryukin to pop his big stack because he does not have a tamer, so he can't save anything. But he'd be able to, but he goes ahead and goes into the Metal Greymon here. So we have 2 Digimon on board. Now he's basically ready to go in. He's going to freeze us. And he's going to restand. And so here, this should be game. This is the lethal turn here that we were hoping he didn't have. He gets his 2 checks and swings out, and that is game. Couldn't keep up with Blue Flare. It's a fun matchup. It was a fun tournament either way. So hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Hope you guys come back next time.